Well, hi everybody. How are you tonight? It's good to have you here. Yay. Oh, turn off the heater. Of course, we've had the heater on. If you're in the Northwest, we've had the heater on all the time. It is chilly. It has been really chilly. Uh, they, somebody was doing Facebook posts. Um, how is everybody tonight? I hope you're doing well, and thanks for being here. It is a delight to have you here for Story-n-Art. I got pieces in from Tamra, from Susan, and from Fatima. So that's who I have pieces from. If you sent something and I didn't see it, please put a note in the chat here, and I will take a look. I myself don't have anything to show tonight because I'm actually kind of working on something that's not just random sketch. And I had photo issues this week too on Lightroom again. But I'm working through it. So yeah. So Linda is here. And Susan is there. I heard from Gail this week. Was it this week? Yeah, something about, she made a note on something that I was doing. Anyway, she said to say hi. These are from 1995, cleaning under the crawl space and found treasures, to be sure. Yes, she did find treasures. And it was perfect timing, Susan. Perfect timing. I'll tell you about it when we get to those and why it was perfect timing. Well, now you're found. Okay. I soaked in it very hot and came right down to my bones. So, very oldies. Hi, Susan, yay. And Larry is here. So, Larry, we're getting ready. We're going to actually trade in or sell or consign our trailer. Yeah. Gonna go a different route, I think. I really would like a van conversion, but I don't know if I can find one that will fit with what I want. And anyway, yeah. Trailer's just sitting there and it's just not being used and have other plans. So, thought I'd tell you. Treasure's waiting to be cut. Thank you so much. Been lost. -3 there. Are you talking 3 Fahrenheit or Celsius? You always have to tell. We've got people worldwide. Today, I think we got in the 20s. Yesterday, we were in the teens with a wind chill factor of down to about 10. My sister is in Eastern Washington, and it has been a -3 with the wind chill. My friend Keely is in Canada, and oh my gosh, the temperature was -32 in Fahrenheit. Yeah, whoa, crazy. So she was tucked in yesterday eating bacon. She said that was pretty great. Anyway, I just so admire that woman for all she does besides, but also for just that kind of weather and how, yeah. Whew. If you have all the stuff, you can manage it. But boy, just even I took Aldo out for a walk yesterday, and because he was wanting a walk. And I tell you, his walks on the last 2 mornings have not been your normal meander and stop every 5 feet and send a message to whoever's there and sniff around. And no, he's been on the move. Like, brrr, he's been scooting along like Mr. Fast Guy. And yesterday he wanted to go down to the beach, which is down at hill, and it's even colder down. I said, we're not going all the way down. And we did fast walks though, but it was good. Yes, Tamara's here, Susan, Larry is here. So cold your hands are shaking. Yeah, I got back from that and then was taking stuff out for the bird. We've just had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birds in the backyard. Literally, at any one time, there's 50 birds back there. And our hummingbirds have been coming, and I we have a hummingbird feeder that we heat it up, and we even put those toe warmers on them, stuck it to the bottom of them to help it keep it warmed up, and I mean melted for part of the day. And Bob keeps bringing it in and de-icing it, and I did a post on it, and somebody came back with a comment. You know how people are with comments. Came back with comments, said, "Well, you really shouldn't. You should have brought your feeder in." And I don't know, maybe didn't have that tone. That's rude, Gretchen. They suggested that I should have brought the feeder in and not had it out, because by feeding them and providing food, they weren't going to migrate south and they would die. I responded, "Thank you for your input. These are Anna's hummingbirds. They don't migrate out of the Pacific Northwest. They stay year round. Come cold or hot, Anna's hummingbirds are a year-round Pacific Northwest non-migrating hummingbird. So since we're having a super extra cold snap, we just felt that it would be okay to defrost their hummingbird feeder that's out there all the time." Oh my gosh. Take a deep breath and smile and say, "Thank you for your input." Too many M's. Oh, there we go. Let's see. It feels like -22. Yuck. I don't have any art tonight. I was hoping our ceramics would have been ready to share, but we won't get them till next week. Well, then we will see them next week, Larry. I am working on an abstract pencil piece that something I've never done really before, kind of, and finding things. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go with it, but it's giving me a chance to pull out my pencils and find out what they're supposed to be doing and learning about that. Yeah. Then I did a video that I haven't finished editing of like the first, like show 40 through 69 of just the openings. And I'm going to put that out because it's just kind of funny. And I thought I would do bits of those. I thought it was going to be really easy and I could do quick lickety split. And then I have to edit and yuck. Good to see you. Yeah, they were fired. We just couldn't pick them up. Yeah, we painted the bisque last weekend. I have my friend out here, Patty Niebel, has Madrona Studios up out off Heron Road, and she's a potter, and she has an apprentice right now that she's been. Hey, there's Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Nice to have you here. And my niece is also a ceramicist and has a kiln at her house and does all of that. It's quite fun. Cool pen we're working on, but it's for upcoming collab she's in. Oh, maybe she can show us her practice pieces. Huh? How about that? How about that? We'll take the practice pieces. That's great. Really good to see. Oh, am I a little quiet? Oh, you could be. It could be. Let's see. Turn it up. I was listening to something today, and I had. Oh, nope. That. Sound settings. Let's see. Come on. Output volume. Volume. Is that better? Is that better? Let's see. We'll move it up. See if that's better. Let me know. Will you be pulling a vehicle? No, we're gonna, well, although we looked at one today, Larry, about pulling that could pull the Mini Cooper, but I'm not that big a deal on pulling the Mini Cooper. I just want to have something that can park legally at our daughter's in Mesa, or also then we can go and not have to pull, because they live in a community that you can't have any RVs in. you can't have trailers and big ones. But if we were looking at like this, we looked at a view that's and it might be okay to do because it could park in a parking lot spot. It's a smaller one and things like that. Anyway, oh my gosh, what 22? Yeah, I've been in minus 22 in Yellowstone photographing, and I tolerated it pretty well. Of course, I had super big coat. I mean, extra expedition coats, and I have lots of stuff, and I had all the gear. My camera gear was my biggest worry, and I managed it, but that was it. That was when I borrowed a big 600 from Canon, and yeah. Um, I've heard beaties, even though HOA says no. Winter suet cakes too. Yeah, I have the suet cakes out. I put the suet cakes out, and I tell you that we had scrub jays, we had stellar jays, we have all kinds of these brown creepers. Then we had all the chickadees and these other little guys, and then we had the towhees and all kinds of fun stuff. I had a great time taking pictures with them. Practice pieces. And you know, it's a top secret technique. Ooh, top secret. Oh, good. Okay, the view is nice. Yeah, missed it by that much. Anyway, so tonight we have some art to share, and it's gorgeous. So I've got a new background for your art pieces. We'll see how it goes for the new year. I had to kind of make it not so bright because it was kind of distracting, but we'll see how this goes. So now, yay! Okay, here's Fatima's, and let's see if I can, whoop-a-dip. Oh, you know what? Her name's not good. These are from Fatima, by the way. So first off, let me do this. She says, here's a simple alcohol marker coloring. I just love this dragon in my favorite color. If I can be a little steady, I will fussy cut her for a card. Now, this is where you have to tell me, what the heck is a fussy cut? What the heck? I don't know. What's a fussy cut? I mean, my mom seems, I've been around scissors all my life. What's a fussy cut? Darling, I love the dragon. You know me, fairy tales. These little hearts on the dragon feet. It's just so cute. And the big eye. Oh, I love these kind of whimsical drawings. I would love to learn how to do these kind of drawings. Mine are kind of goofy, but I did a dragon earlier, but this is just too cute. The color combination and everything is just fun. Fussy cutting. Careful? Is that careful cutting? Really? Is that what it is? Oh my gosh. My mom is just chuckling. I can hear her up there. Just giggling about a name like that. I know, Mom. Isn't it funny? Fussy cut. Because she would have used the word fussing on other ways, but I guess that makes sense if you're fussy cutting. You could use manicure scissors when you get to the little parts, if you needed to. It's fussy. You stay right on the line. Hi, Angie. I never have the words. Fussy cut means to cut the image out closely, leaving an offset. Oh, so you leave a little frame out on the edge. Oh. Well, that's pretty awesome. Since it's a reading dragon, I see that. Yeah, I had to actually to drag because I moved. I did a little new thing for this light notes up and I got something over it. I had to move 2 dragons today. And they're like, what? So one went to sit over by the dragons are singing tonight, the book. And that one. And then another one went to go sit on another shelf. And it's like they're going on a trip. They were like, oh, we're going on vacation. Everybody may move soon. Anyway, so this is the dragon. I love it. It actually is so darling. Okay, and then her next one is an artist drew this little wombat for her first attempt because she knows how much Fatima likes them. And this is my first work with a hard lead pencil. Definitely prefer my Prismacolors. It needed some shading for contour, but that was something I did when hand strength allowed me to work longer. How did you do this with a hard lead pencil? Was it a brown lead pencil? Oh my gosh. I love it. Make today count. That is so wonderful. So your friend drew this for you and then you got to color it in. How nice is that? I love wombats. So when I, when I do get that video done, and if you guys watch it, you're going to have to see if you can identify the names of the books from the clues that I had in the opening. See how many of you remember. That's long. I mean, considering tonight is 478, and those in that other video will be books from 640 through 69. That's a ways back. Wombat, is he here? I know. Wombat stew, ooey gooey, yummy brewy, yum, wombat stew. I love that. Oh, because she knows that I like them so very much. It's darling, absolutely darling. Yay! Okay, next we have Susan. And Susan, see now there's Susan's name popped down. Somehow when I made the new thing, I didn't get Fatima's name transferred over. Oh well. What do we have here for Susan? She has, oh. Hang on, I gotta pull up her email. I didn't get that part transferred. I didn't get what she wrote transferred. I was going to here. Oh, here it says, I took a Saturday art class, and hold it. This is the last one. I'm going to switch around. She has these two. I have these two up. She said she took a Saturday art class in 1995, and the class was to cover the paper in graphite, then using an eraser create a still life. Objects were on a round stage. So you covered the paper completely in graphite? Did you do the graphite, obviously not all in one shade, unless you got it really dark and then you lightened it by erasing? Did you use multiple different colors of graphite? Different densities? I have graphite. These are my graphite XL, and they're colored. And I use them when I do my figure drawing class. But this is really fascinating. And there's one more, you guys. Hang on. I was going to try to get all three on the page there. So maybe I'll get rid of me. Don't need to see me, but let's see if we can get all of Susan's up here. Yay. There we can. You can kind of see. Shrinkify that one. Shrinkify this one. We'll get them all in there. There we go. Look at that. I just love, I have a good friend that I took my drawing class from, Chris Bronstad. He's a really amazing charcoal artist and graphite and pencil, and he works mainly in charcoal, a little different than graphite. Um, but I'm always fascinated. So I've started that. The project I'm actually working on is in graphite. So it was really, when this came through, Susan, it was like, oh my gosh, she knew I needed to see something like this, because this thing I'm working on is a graphite kind of, yeah, graphite piece. And so really, really interesting. It's a real challenge to think opposite. Yeah, it's, you know what it reminds me of? It's very much like, being in the dark room when you did film days and you had negatives, because what you were looking at in the negative was not what was going to be on the paper, and then when you projected it on from the enlarger and you would project it out, you had to think in that opposite. And it was um, always a challenge to look in the opposite when you had the project, and you're in a dark room, and you had that negative in there, and it's projecting. You'd see these really dark spots, and you'd know, okay, those are going to be too. You had to judge how light they were going to be based on how dark they were going to be in the dark room. And they're just gorgeous, Susan. Absolutely gorgeous. I love them. I'm so glad you sent these in, because it's just the kind of inspiration I needed and ideas, because I need to. The thing I'm working on is I want to get all of these different kinds of shades and colors in. And now that I know that you did it by covering the page and then using an eraser, I might be able to try that. Thank you. See, this is bucket fillers. You fill them a bucket, girl. Thank you. Gave us ideas, inspiration. That's what we need. Yay, Susan. Woohoo. Now, Tamara's are, let me pull up Tamara's, because hers was a email. I decided I'd read it rather than, she has been, let's see, is this Tamara's? Yes, this is Tamara's page. She's been working, she says she's been playing with macro photos within her artwork. It's another outlet for my creative mind. Plus, I can lose myself in it. I love macro photography and working with black and white. It's been the therapy I needed to get me through knowing what she's going through with her sister. I started doing mirror images when I was studying visual arts in 1999. Reptilian, the macro piece, the other interwoven is the same piece I showed last week, but it in 3 of the same painting photographed, turned, and flipped in Photoshop. I did this one or that one for fun. Pick a piece. Oh my gosh. So she's got several here that she's done, and I probably have them upside down on the pick a piece. I think this one is this way, or yeah, this is a this way, or this one, or that one. Now what I have to do here so you guys can see both of them. Don't do this to me. Oh, I know what I need to do. She's got, let me go up here. Pull it like this and like this. Oh, I lost that one. I went too far off of it. There we go. These 2 pieces are the same, and she has a this one or that one. Okay, come on. There we go. I needed to get rid of some of the... So this is her this one or that one piece. It's the same piece, but just flipped. There. So what do you guys think? Which one do you like better? Top or bottom? more open for you, the top one? See, I think what you should do is put them all together as a four-piece. Like, no, it's not a triptych, it's a quad pick. Because if you look at this, you have a face of an eagle. To me, it's almost like an eagle nose right here, or the eyes. I love them. Or you could do, let's do this. We're flipping around both ways. Woohoo! Look at that. Hang on. Let me do this. There we go. Look at that. Look at us playing with this. You asked for it, Tamara. Oh my gosh, you guys. What do you think? So Larry says he sees that too with the eagle thing, the eyes and the, yeah. We had eagles out the other day. Oh my gosh. Got some great pictures. Plus we have this beautiful red-tailed hawk. Okay, there's those two. That's or this or that. And then she's got this one is a macro. Is that a photograph? Is this a photograph of your work or is this a photograph? Because this is awesome. She calls that macro. And then bird of prey, yeah. Then, let's see. I'm glad you like Tamara. It is fun. Then we have, this is, seriously, how did you do this? I know, Susan. I know. This is the one she calls interwoven. And she says in her email, the other interwoven is the same piece I showed last week, but it is 3 of the same painting photographed, turned and flipped in Photoshop. So it's the same piece, but just turned and flipped each time. So you did that in Photoshop. So these are painting. Oh my gosh. I love this. I love how this, talk about dragons. Who else anybody else see the dragon? Anybody else see the, just saying. Just saying. Yeah. Dragon dance. There. I like the black one. Yeah. Linda says her mind is running amok, but that's not anything new. And then she has reptilian. There. This one. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Yeah. Make it a little bigger. Reptilian. This is doing mirror images in 19. Reptilian is the macro piece. Gosh. And I love this one. This one, like the way this very reptilian. Look at, it's like the snake eyes and the snake nose right there, coming right in the middle of it. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Denise mine. I am in a constant state of amazement. Yes. What are they macro of in the U.S.? A macro is an up-close view, an item like a fly's eye. Oh, okay. My gosh, those are just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm kind of blown away by all of this amazing stuff. Anyway. So, for tonight's, You guys are amazing. This is great because I really wanted to try to figure out what to do with this pencil piece, and seeing Susan's, what she did with that graphite, and then the macro work, and then Fatima's dragon. Oh my gosh, I'm just, yay. And a wombat. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it's all so wonderful. This is just such a great way to start the week. So tonight, I have two books for you. One is called The Notebook Keeper, and one is called A Name from the Sky. That's why I called it Names and Notebooks. The Notebook Keeper is based on a true story of someone. This happened, was happening during, let's see, it doesn't give me quite the exact date. It ended before COVID, but it was happening before that, and it's called The Notebook Keeper. And I just thought it was such a wonderful story of perseverance and kindness, and what just somebody stepping up just because, and cooperation, the whole thing. It just is a really good book. It's by Stefan Briceño and Magdalena Mora. And let's head there. Let me first check with everybody. They are macro photos within a painting we did. Okay. There's so much texture. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. So bravo, bravo to the artist. Take a bow. Exactly. Yay. Let's see. Do I have a party noisemaker for you guys too? Anyway, so the book, let's see how we're doing here. There it is. There it's in The Notebook Keeper. I picked up these at the library. Again, they were some that I had seen at the bookstore at the New Orleans Museum of Art, and thought that they would be wonderful ones. This is The Notebook Keeper, a story of kindness from the border. It is one of those, it's a wonder book where it could read along with the audiobook inside, and it has the audiobook attached, but since I'm my own personal audiobook, yeah. I think I'll move this over here. The Notebook Keeper, a story of kindness from the border. And the illustrations in this book are done with colored pencil, pastel, gouache, and Photoshop collage. Mama tells me we have a long way to walk. Before sunshine drenched the yards, our neighbors' laughter danced in the streets. Now Papa is gone. The streets are unsafe. We are leaving too. Our home is no longer a home. Have faith, mi vida, Mama says. I pack only what I can carry. My blanket, my notebook, and my muñeca. At first, our walk is lonely, but our group gets bigger and more colorful. When we arrive, we are not greeted with kindness. You cannot go through today. Go find the notebook keeper. Get your names into the notebook. She will tell you when you can cross. I ask Mama what the man means, but Mama is silent. I love the colors. Yeah. A crowd waits. Mamas, papas, abuelas, abuelos, children like me. It's hard to see any kindness here until I meet the notebook keeper. Buenos dias, amigas. My name is Belinda. Please tell me your name and your country. Belinda opens her notebook. Nombres and números fill the pages. And who are you, chica? Where are you from? My name is Noemi. I am from Mexico. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Noemi. Don't worry. You will cross soon. Your number is 653. 653, 653. I repeat over and over and over. 653. There she is. Where's her name? There she is, right there. Michoacan. We settle into a new life. Our home is different. Not like it used to be. Our dinner is different. Not like we used to have. Mama is different too. Her eyes are dark with worry. Will we be called tomorrow, Mama? No sé, Noemi. I don't know. Once the sun rises, Belinda calls out, 574, 574 Cano, 574 Saldana, 574 Trevino. Most are allowed through. Some return. Even though my heart hurts, Belinda encourages us. Please, everyone, tengan fe. Your number will be called soon. I am just like you. I, too, am waiting for my number to be called. Have patience. I wonder how Belinda can keep her smile. I feel mine fading every day. Why are you so happy doing this job, Belinda? I ask. This is not my job, Noemi. I am a volunteer. You are? A man named Tomas from Guatemala chose me to be the next notebook keeper once his number was called. And when I hear my own number, I will choose someone to take my place. How will you know who to pick? I will choose someone with generosity in their heart and kindness in their soul, Belinda says. But how will you find this person? How will you know? She is silent. Days turn into weeks. I worry that our day will never come. I wish there were more people like Belinda here. I make a choice. One day, Belinda's number is called. I am sad but happy too. I believe you two are the ones to take care of us for this. It's hard saying goodbye to Belinda, our notebook keeper. I wonder what will happen to her. I wonder when our number will be heard. But Mama and I wonder where it, oops, did I miss a page? I make a choice. Nope. Yep. But Mama and I will encourage, remind, and comfort, like Belinda did. For those who are here, for those who wait, for those who still have a long way to walk. The author says, for thousands of refugees who've gathered at the San Isidro border at checkpoint in Tijuana, Mexico, for entry into the United States, Noemi's story is familiar. At this checkpoint, a refugee was chosen to manage the notebook, an unofficial ledger containing the names of those seeking asylum. When new arrivals came, the notebook keeper wrote down their name and country and gave them a number, usually assigned to many different families. And they waited. Each morning, U.S. Customs agents notified the notebook keeper of how many refugees would be allowed to plead their case for asylum. And the notebook keeper then called those next in line by last name and number. At the end of the day, the notebook was given to a representative from Grupo Speta, the humanitarian arm of the National Institute of Migration of Mexico, for safekeeping. Families waited in line for weeks or even months for their number to be called, fleeing from persecution, poverty, and violence. Even then, many were denied entry into the United States, forced to find hope elsewhere. Once the notebook keeper's number was called, a new keeper was chosen from among those in line. No one is exactly certain how the San Isidro notebook system began, and as of the writing of this story, it is no longer in operation. It ended with the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 when the border closed. I love the illustrations and the doves of peace here. Just what they, I make a choice. She made a choice to be the notebook keeper. The Notebook Keeper, a story of kindness from the border. I love that one. It's such a beautiful, gentle book. What a wonderful. People have no idea. I know. And the fact it's another one of those that, oh my gosh, here is something that was going on that's so, I mean, it's written into our history through a children's book. I just, it's frustrating, but it's also satisfying that things like that are put out there for that, like that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the other book that I have for tonight is different. It's the names part of the names in notebooks, but I love hearing. It's the book is A Name from the Sky, and it's by Diane Kruger. And Diane Kruger, this is her first book, is an internationally renowned actress who grew up in Germany and has lived in London, Paris, and New York, where she currently resides with her partner, Norman Reedus, and their daughter. Before becoming an actress, she studied ballet with the Royal Ballet in London, and this is her first book. The illustrator is Christa Unzner. She's an illustrator living in Berlin who's worked on over 100 children's books. In addition to classic children's books, she focuses on fairy tales and legends, as well as the works of world literature for children and young people. It's one of these just beautifully illustrated books, and just a really gorgeous story too. There we go. A Name from the Sky. You like my messy desk here? There, not so bad. I love on the cover, you can kind of see it there, the patchwork on the knees and the rabbit. I love this. And the socks. I mean, the detail, the socks are at different colors. She's got different colored socks on. Life's too short for socks that match. My daughter has completely adopted that philosophy that I instilled in them. She says, I always thought it was kind of crazy, Mom, but now I understand, because she can never get Lachlan to have matching socks. A Name from the Sky. Did you know that there are special powers inside each one of us? Finding mine took a long time, but when I found them, everything changed. It all started when I learned the true meaning of my name. A Name from the Sky. The illustrations are done in watercolor and typeset. Those tells me typeset, but I think watercolor. Yay! Okay. In the small village in Germany where I grew up, all the other children thought I was strange. I didn't like playing soccer or catch, And my pet bunny, whose name was Benny, came everywhere with me. Benny the bunny is on a leash. My best friends were the characters in my books. I loved telling Benny all about them. Puss in Boots, Winnie the Pooh. Oh, look at Pinocchio. Ladybug. Oh, gosh. Oh. Benny and I loved reading about faraway places and people from other lands. I also liked dancing all by myself in the forest behind my house. There was something else that made me stick out. My name, Diane. No one in my village had ever heard of such a name. It didn't sound German at all, like Anna or Lena or Heidi. Why did I have to be Diane? But then one day, my mom showed me a book about a powerful goddess. You see, Diane, you are named after her, Mom said. Your name comes from the sky and from the forest. When the moon was full, she dashed through the woods with her bow and quiver. Mom told me even more about the goddess. She was a fearless huntress, strong-willed with magical powers. She brought light and kindness wherever she went. And just like you, she loved the forest and looked after the animals. One day, my love, you will learn to use your own given powers, Mom said. You'll travel the world, and people will see how well your name matches the woman you have become. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Me? As special as a goddess? What could my powers possibly be? I started going to the forest behind our house every night, hoping to see her. While I was waiting, I told Benny all about the adventures I would have and the places I would visit once I found my powers. Oh, how we laughed and danced around the trees thinking about all the fun we'd have. And then my dream came true. I think it's time for you to spread your wings and see the world, Mom said. How would you like to see England? England? Oh, how I longed to see that faraway country. I'd read so much about it. Would I meet the Queen? Would I get to speak English? There were more people in London than I had ever seen in my entire life. And to my great surprise, no one laughed at me when I told them my name. They even called it pretty and not unusual at all. Tonight, I will show you something special, Mom said, and we got all dressed up to go to the theater. The theater looked like the most magnificent house I had ever seen. There were lots of people in fancy dresses and gold chandeliers everywhere. Our red velvet seats creaked when we sat down. The stage was mysteriously hidden with a heavy-looking curtain. And all of a sudden, the lights dimmed, the curtains opened, and the show began. I felt like lightning struck me. As I listened and watched the story unfold on stage, the people in the audience laughed and cheered. I saw the actors turning into their characters and making us believe in them. And I realized these would be my powers too. I would tell stories and make people laugh and dream. I couldn't wait to tell Mom about my plans, and when I did, she hugged me and said, "Off you go then, my love. I can't wait to watch you tell your stories." And so I did. I practiced telling stories by acting them out. The more I told my stories, the more competent I got. I even learned to speak French and went to Paris so I could tell my stories there. The meaning of my name was right after all. And so, when I found out I was expecting my very own baby, I thought long and hard about what to call her, until I found a name that came from the sky and from the forest. Nova, Tennessee. Nova for the star that brings light on the darkest nights, for the promise of a new beginning that each day holds, and Tennessee for the beautiful Smoky Mountains where her father and I waited for her to arrive, wondering what she would be like. Now, every day, Nova, Tennessee grows and changes. I can't wait to watch her learn to use her powers. What about you? Do you know the meaning of your name? And have you found your own special powers yet? That's the book. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. This painting of Diana, the goddess Diana, is just, and this one. I really like the theater one where she's going into the theater and all the other people back here. I love it. That's a great book. A Name from the Sky. One of the ladies. She had to put ice in the machine. Oh, it is, exactly. So it's such a beautiful book. Homework, you guys. Find out the meaning of your own name. Yeah. Some of you might know. Maybe it can inspire an art piece. I did a goofy little art piece from the word kismet that my friend had as the word of the day. Did I show you that? I might have shown you that. And then I did all these little funny little things. I'm gonna enhance it and do it again. I think I showed it to you, but you know, that might be a fun thing to do. But yeah, cousin named Nova. Special Towers. It is a beautiful book. Wonderful stories. Very seemingly different art approaches to this book. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Fatima. That's, that's part of what I love so much about these children's books are that they find some way to inspire us or to motivate us or get us through something. There's something to read there, like this book on her name. It would be a great thing, you guys. A little bit of a challenge. I haven't done a challenge to you guys yet this year. That's a good one. Find the meaning of your name. Maybe do an art piece around it. Wouldn't that be fun? How could it come out? How would you put that together? I have no idea. Or maybe just know what it is and put it into some kind of a beautiful writing form or some kind of thing and send that in for next Sunday. Yeah. Or else just find out what the meaning of your name is and let me know and I'll put it up. You can send me an email with the meaning of your name and I'll put it into a thing for your name and that would be fun. Anyway, from a village 700 BC. Oh my goodness. That was one of the things when we went to the New Orleans Museum of Art, was to look at artifacts that were from as far back as 700 BC and all the way up to really recent pieces, and it was really fascinating. Very fascinating. Well, you guys, I hope you enjoyed those books, I know you enjoyed the art. I did a great deal. I loved it. It was inspirational and beautiful and just something that I can hold in my head and to get some other things done for this week. Yeah, it was really nice to see all those pieces and what's going on. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for Stoyr-n-Art tonight. For show and tell, thank you for sending stuff in. Thank you for being here with me and being part of the Bucket Filling Brigade and for always making this something I look forward to so much. And I have, like I said, I have a whole stack of books. I went to the I'm just a menace. They see me at the library now. I walk in to drop off books, and I walk out with like 5 more than I walked in with. It's crazy. I have a stack here. It's like, so I'm not going to run out for a bit. So I hope you don't mind that I'm reading them off of here, off of my desk, rather than off of Libby. But for now, this is where they're coming from. Because some of these books are not in my Northwest libraries that I can get easily. So finding them other places. Or they are in the Northwest library, but I didn't find them on Libby. So anyway, you guys, thank you again for being here. And Tamara, take care. It should be, is it nice warm weather down there? We're having freezing cold up here. A bunch of us up here are having a real cold snap across the country. I mean, there was ice in Tacoma Harbor. Saltwater iced over. Oh my gosh. Our bay over here at Lake Bay, the little Black Bay, is just completely frozen. Hot. Tamara's got hot weather. Oh my gosh. Her summer, our winter. We had king tides recently. I was going to go out, but it was so cold I didn't dare go drive down to where they were. I wanted to go photograph them, but nah. Anyway, you guys, thanks a bunch for being here. And I will see you again on Thursday for more Stoyr-n-Art. And, oh, that's Bob's birthday, too, on Thursday, but that's okay. He won't mind. And I will see you then, everybody. Take care. And until next time, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around. But the first place you'll find it, is when you go look in your mirror. And I'll see you Thursday.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. wanna
Laurel.